Hello, I'm Brent Hoskins. I serve as Executive Director of the Business Technology Association, and I'm speaking to you today from my office in the BTA headquarters here in South Kansas City, Missouri. For the past couple of weeks, the city of Kansas City has been under a work-from-home order. It does essentially allow an individual to be in the office to keep the lights on, so I've been working from our office. The rest of the BTA staff has been working from home during this time. The governor of the state of Missouri has just issued a stay-at-home order that's going to be going into effect very soon, so I may find myself working at home too. I know this has been a very difficult time for our industry, for our dealers, for our manufacturers, and for our suppliers, and indeed for the nation and for the world as a whole. I encourage you to consider some lessons from history. Think about the Great Depression. Think about World War II, and think about another time in our history that seems somewhat akin to what we are facing today, and that was the polio epidemic. All three of these dark chapters in history ended in the same way. That is, there was a beginning, and there was a middle, and there was an end, and we all know that this pandemic will end. It won't happen soon enough, but it will end, and eventually we'll be looking behind us at this time in our history. I also want you to consider as well that BTA has been here since 1926, serving the dealer channel. We were actually founded here in Kansas City, where I am, in 1926 by a group of independent dealers, and to this day, 90 plus years later, we are still governed by independent dealers. I report to the National BTA Board of Directors under the dutiful leadership of BTA's National President, Bob Evans in Texas. He does an excellent job, as well as the other members of the National Board of Directors. In these last few weeks, we've been working hard to find ways that we can serve the dealer channel during this difficult time. We've established a page on the website. If you haven't already been there, I encourage you to go to this page if you're a BTA member, and that is bta.org/COVID-19. On that page, you will find many great resources. For example, there are links to 3 different webinars that BTA has presented in these last few weeks. The first one was presented by BTA General Counsel Bob Goldberg. BTA guides dealers through the COVID-19 crisis. Bob later presented a second webinar, COVID-19 Update. And then we have another webinar, How to Prospect with Social Distancing. It was presented by Kate Kingston of the Kingston Training Group. So again, links to all 3 of these recordings are available on this resources page, as well as the PowerPoints that you can download from the webinars. Incidentally, we had more than 1,400 individuals attend the webinars, the live webinars, and we've since had more than 1,100 people watch the videos online. I say that to say that many of you have probably already taken advantage and you've watched these videos, but if you have not, please do so right away. I know that you'll find them to be of great interest and of great help. The resources page also has a lot of information regarding the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act, CARES. As information becomes available, we are downloading it and placing it on this resource page to be a resource to you, so you can find all this information in one location. On the resources page, we also have some other features I wanted to tell you about. One of them is the Essential Business Letter. This is a letter that was penned by Bob Goldberg. The intent is that you can download that letter, print it on your own letterhead. It is intended for the individuals at your dealership who are in the field to be able to present to essential businesses to show that they are in fact, authorized to be working with them as essential businesses during this time. The resources page also has the Dealers Helping Dealers Q&A. This is a series of questions and answers asked and answered by member dealers. We had received a lot of questions from dealers that we posted in an online survey, and we had more than 100 dealers submitting their responses during the week of March 23rd to 27th. So you can see all these questions and all these answers on this page, and I know that you will find the information to be very useful, and in fact, I'm sure that it will answer some of the questions that you're asking as well. On this resources page, there's also a Bob Goldberg Q&A feature. Again, Bob Goldberg being our general counsel, Bob has been doing an excellent job responding to inquiries from our member dealers. He's been doing this day and night and through the weekends via telephone, but also via email. So what we've done is we've captured many of these questions that come in via email and his responses, and we've placed them on this resources page, knowing that the responses to his questions would not be of just interest to the original dealer asking the question, but for all of our dealers as a whole. So that is a resource to you that we will be continuing to add to in these coming days. By the way, there's also a way on the resources page to join the BTA COVID-19 LinkedIn discussion group. If you've not already done so, I encourage you to. It is a great way to connect with your fellow dealers, to engage in dialogue, to ask questions, to see others' questions and answers. So please do that. Again, the page is bta.org/COVID-19. I encourage you to visit that page today. I know that you'll find it very valuable. If you see that there's some things that are missing that we could be doing, please let me know. Email me directly at brent@bta.org. And if there's some things that we could add to that page or information that we could provide to you otherwise, please let us know and we will do whatever we can to help you. Again, I know this is a difficult time. We know that it will be over, hopefully sooner than later. Just know that we are thinking about you. We wish you the very best. We are here for you to serve you in any way that we can. And we look forward to continuing to communicate with you in these coming days.